about the new and improved Thinkific student experience, which is something that we're all really, really excited about here at the office. So we wanted to just join everybody live and say hello and show you around the new experience, because I know this is something that's going to get a lot of questions asked about it. So we really wanted to get up close and personal with you live, give you a chance to ask those questions as we go through the presentation today. I'm just doing a really quick one. There's not going to be any slides or anything fancy about it. We're just going to go through how the new student experience looks in Thinkific. It's an optional thing, by the way, just not to scare anyone. Your courses have not been touched or anything like that. You can go ahead and opt in on your Thinkific website at any time. You can turn it off. You can preview it to see what it might look like, all that good stuff. So we're just going to show you what it looks like in a real circumstance, and then you can make up your own mind whether or not you want to actually apply it to your online course or not. Now, we are live here, so I am going to be talking to everybody here live. I am seeing that Dulcinea is here. Hello. Welcome to the live. Rob's here, of course. Rob is just right across the table from me. He's going to be answering a lot of the questions that you might have in the chat today. So we're live on YouTube and on Facebook. So if you are watching us on either one, I'd love for you to jump into the chat box there and say hello. If you are brand new to watching a Thinkific live, go ahead and jump into the chat and just put #new, just to let us know if you're brand spanking new to this whole experience. We would love to know how many people are joining us for the very first time. Matthew says, hey, I have opted into the new experience. That's fantastic, Matthew. How are you liking it? How would you describe it to another person? I would love to know. So go ahead and jump in the chat and let me know. Paulina Ellis says, aloha. That's fantastic. Welcome. Matthew says new. That's great. Love to see that there's some new people here. We've got Japan Greg. Good to have you here. Thank you for joining us on YouTube. We're also on Facebook. We're in our Facebook group as well. So you can go over to facebook.com/groups/Thinkific to join us there if you'd like to join us in our Facebook group. So there's over 14. We got 14,000 people in there, Rob. 14,000 people and above, all talking about course creation using Thinkific, et cetera, et cetera. So we would love to have you join the conversation there as well. Matthew says, I like the look. I am still pretty new, so that's good. I love that you like the look. We really tried our best to make it the most modern experience that we could before we launched it. So this is going to put you on par with those big course marketplaces out there like Udemy and, Skillshare and all that good stuff. So we're going to have your courses looking exactly like those kinds of modern platforms with, they've got design teams and stuff too. We've got design teams. We're going to make sure that your courses are going to look great for you so that you don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. Ali Fabish says, trying to learn as much as possible before launch. That's great, Ali. I love that you're learning as much as you can. So where do we find it to make the change? Dulcinea is asking. I'm actually going to show you how to make the change today. I'm just getting everybody warmed up because, Facebook Live and YouTube Live, they take about a minute or 2 minutes to get everybody notified so they can join us. So in the meantime, let us know how you're doing. If you are brand new here, go ahead and put #new in the chat. If you are returning, put #Thinkific in the chat. We would love to see how many people join us on a regular basis. We do a lot of interviews on our Facebook Lives these days with industry experts and course creators to share their success stories. And a lot of those are hosted on our Facebook page. So you can go to facebook.com/Thinkific and check out our videos section. And you can always, stay in touch by liking the page and getting those notifications when we do go live. But this is a brand new one that we're doing just to show you around the new and improved student experience from Thinkific. I'm going to show you how to turn it on, what's the difference between the original view and the new view. We're going to go over what kind of cool stuff you can do now with the new view, like free previews and free trials, we used to call them, are a little bit better handled in the new version. Prerequisite lesson messaging, drip schedule messaging. We're going to look at how we changed how we do ratings and reviews from students with the course player as well. We have a brand new kind of on lesson discussion feature, which is very, very much in request by our course creators. So we're replacing our old version of this, which was an integration with Discuss. Now, if you're using Discuss, no worries. You can still integrate and use Discuss lessons. But this is a bit of a Thinkific replacement for that. So if you didn't really like using Discuss to do discussions within your courses, this is a replacement that you're going to love using because you can manage everything from one spot now. And then we're going to go into a bit of a Q&A here. So if you do have questions as we go, please do not hesitate to jump into the chat and let me or Rob know. Rob's just right up to the side here. He's going to be answering questions throughout the presentation today. Before we get started, I really wanted to share something special that we're doing with some of our amazing coaches using Thinkific. We are actually hosting a fantastic summit talk. So that's from January 29th to February 1st. It's called Coach to Course Expert Talks. So if you have a coaching business and you're looking at, any part of making that coaching business a little bit better, if you have some problems to solve, if you're looking at scaling it in any way, shape, or form, online courses or just coaching, make sure to go and check out Coach to Course Expert Talks by Thinkific. We're starting in about 5 days or so. And you can see some of our speakers here right below. So we've got Dana Malstaff, CEO and founder of bossmom.com. Dana is a fantastic human being, and she does fantastic things with her coaching business. We also got Mark Mawhinney, of course, and Michael Marcial, Stephanie Liu, the Facebook Live and live stream video goddess. She's going to talk about Facebook live streams to captivate your audience. Matt Cohn, who did a fantastic profitable pre-sell from his coaching business into an online course. He's going to tell us his story. And then, of course, we have the fantastic Zaley Barclay as well. Janine Blackwell is going to be joining us, and Paul Thompson talking about taking your content from one-on-one to online and then engaging your online coaching content. And then, of course, we have Greg Hickman and Katja Sarmiento. Sorry if I stumbled on that last name there, but we have fantastic people here. Mike Morrison from Membership Guys. They're going to be talking about how you can take your coaching business and completely revolutionize it. So make sure you sign up for the Coach to Course Expert Talks from Thinkific. So I just wanted to share that with you before jumping into what we have for you today, just in case you missed the notifications about that. Rob's going to be posting that link in the chat, so you can go ahead and join us in a couple days for those awesome talks. If you have any questions, let us know. We'd love to answer those questions. But today we're going to be talking about the new and improved student experience from Thinkific. And you're all going to get an email tomorrow about this, so as a reminder. But we really wanted to field some questions live today so that we can jump into this and get going. All right, so we are ready to get going here. Once again, my name is Aaron Morin, lead educator here at Thinkific, and I'm happy to present to you the new and improved Thinkific student experience. The first thing I wanted to show you really quickly is the original view, or how it looked beforehand. So this is what a lot of people currently have in their online courses. This was our original course player design, and I'm going to show it to you from the student's perspective just to get started. So what I'm going to do here is I have a screen share on right now, and this is a course site that I've created. It's not real. It's an example site. You can go ahead and check it out if you want. It's at course-site.thinkific.com. Go and explore it. Don't buy any of the courses, please, because they're not real. I will refund you if you accidentally do it, but I always like to put that out there just in case. So what we're going to do here is from the home page, we're going to go into a course landing page. And this is a example 7-day mini course challenge that you could also run on Thinkific if you'd like. So this is the course landing page, sales page, nothing fancy here. You know the drill. But what we've done here is on free previews, or free trials as they used to be called, there is some specific messaging that goes on inside of the course player. So I wanted to show you that first. So we're not going to get started. We're just going to go for the free preview, which is, a couple lessons for free just to whet the appetite. So going in here to the create new account stage. So every student on Thinkific gets their own account. So I'll go ahead and put some example stuff in here. All right. Terms and service and customer privacy policy agreement there. Let's get through that. And now it takes me right into the course player here. So this is the brand new course player look. So this might be something very new to you. You might not have seen this before, but this is what the brand new and improved student experience in Thinkific looks like. So you can see it's very different from the original version here. Let's see if I can jump back to that. Perfect. So we're going to go through the new version. I'll show you the difference between the old and the new in a little bit later. So essentially right now I'm in a free preview, which means I'm on a free trial. And that means I can only do a couple of these lessons marked as a part of the free preview. So I'll zoom in here so you can see that. But essentially, oops, I went out of the course, unfortunately. But you can see here on the free preview, it'll tell you as a student which lessons are a part of that free trial. So I'm going to go through them all right now. So let's say I've watched this video and I've gone through it. I mark it as complete and it takes me to a survey. So surveys in Thinkific have been completely redesigned as a part of this new look. And essentially what we did was we made it a little bit more pleasant to the eye and easier for students to know when they're inputting different kinds of feedback here. I'm going to skip this question to get to the next type here, but this is one of those survey questions where you can, pick a number out of 5. You can customize this to say whatever you want. It could be a number out of 20 or 10 or 5 or 3, whatever you need. So I'll go ahead and answer here. And then you have a free text box here, free text, just like that. And I'll confirm it. So it says survey completed, and now I can continue on. So I go ahead to the next chapter. And that's going to take me to day 1 in my 7-day challenge chapter. So as you can see on the left here, I have a few lessons. Let me zoom back out here. I have a few lessons here in my table of contents, my navigation here for the student under a 7-day chapter here. So I've got 7 different video lessons. And as you can see here, there's a little bit of like a stop sign or a block sign. And that's because I have a drip schedule in this course that prevents me from going further. So presumably I would set up an email sequence and I would send out a couple emails every day, bringing people back to the course so they can watch these videos. Remember, this is just a mini course. So this is getting people ready to do something very small. Usually people use this as an intro to their bigger courses. So you can do an upsell at the end, whatever you like to do there. But let's say I watch this video. I go through the whole video, it finishes, and then the lesson will be completed for me as the student. All done there. And now I've run out of free preview content. So it actually prompts me right in the course player to buy this course. So I'll go ahead and click that button and buy it. And that takes me right to the checkout now. So I can go ahead and purchase this course. It's $100. But what I'm going to do, just to save everybody some time here, I don't have to whip out my credit card on this live, is jump into the coupon code and drop a free coupon in there. And now I can enroll for free. And this is the thank you page. Very typical. You've been through this before, most likely. And we go back into the course. Now, all of the stuff that I did in the free preview is already tracked on my student account. So I don't have to go through that content again. The experience is just to go back to the most recent content that is now unlocked. Now, this content isn't unlocked for me just yet because it's day 2 content. I have a drip schedule that tells me when I can access this content. So I can say, okay, I got it. And then, that's it. I can't really do anything else in this course. So I might go back to my student dashboard. I might leave the course site and then come back the next day. This is a 7-day challenge. So that's how that works. So let me know if you guys are loving this so far. If you think that's a huge improvement for you, it's going to make a big difference for your online courses. I would love to know. Drop into the chat and let me know what you think of this new and improved student experience. We're always accepting feedback, and anything you can tell us about how you're feeling about this course experience would be absolutely amazing. So go ahead and jump in there. Looks like we got a bunch of different comments coming in here. Alex joined us from the office here too. So, hey, Alex. Our video library, Hanel says, can we get access to the stats of our videos to see when people stop watching or if they watch multiple times? So yes, the video library, Hananel, is available to you, and it has some stats in there for you to see the average engagement on your videos that is piped in from the player stats. Fantastic. Okay, so let's carry on here. So I'm still in the student mode here. And what I'm going to do is I am just going to sign out. And then I'm going to sign up for a course that does not have a drip schedule in it. So you can see how things run in entirety. So I'm going to jump into one of my flagship courses here. So this is a little bit of a bigger course, not so much of a challenge. It's an evergreen course. A student can go through it at their own pace here. So I'm just going to sign up for a new account. And this is a good way to test your courses if you're going to launch soon, just running through with an example student account. You can delete it afterwards, but this is a fantastic way to test how your checkout looks, if your coupons are working, if you need to do something different on your thank you page, anything you need to do basically in order to make this the best possible student experience for your customers. So we're now in my masterclass area. You can see it's all the same. By the way, this logo up here, I just want everybody to see this logo up here. That's the Thinkific logo. I actually put that in custom. That's not a part of the new course player, so you don't have to worry about white labeling or anything like that. I'm just using it as an example. Otherwise, it would just say the name of my course site. And that actually, if I zoom out a bit, that will actually move around on the page depending on my screen height. So can go down right down to the mobile view here, and then you can see what it would feel like on a cell phone or maybe a tablet. But this is just my native resolution, so I'll just leave it here. And as you can see here, we got a video lesson, same as before, and then the survey. But in some of these chapters here, we have quizzes. And quizzes got a redesign as well as a part of this new and improved student experience. So I'll show you what this looks like. So we'll go ahead and answer the question. So it looks a little bit better than before, and it goes through all of the different quiz questions that you got right or wrong, offers the explanations. You can have quizzes require a grade to pass so they can continue, and so on and so forth. But one thing that I did want to show you here in this example is that I have a welcome to the course chapter up here, which I'll just zoom in on for you. So this is one chapter with 3 lessons in it, and I'm going to go ahead and complete it. So I can show you what happens when you complete a whole chapter. So I'm just going to skip through this survey, and then I'll finish the chapter. So once I finish the chapter, I get this interstitial, we like to call it, this little box that says, you completed this chapter name. Congratulations, great job. And then I can continue, or I could now rate this course. So one thing that we saw with the last course player version is a lot of people did not rate a course until it was completed, because that's when they got the prompt to do so. So now we're asking them to rate it a little bit sooner, because not a lot of students go ahead and complete 100% unless that's a required part of your course. So we want to get those reviews in, especially if they're 5-star reviews. So now we have those on the interstitials here between chapters. So people can go in, give me a rating out of 5, give me a review. Great course. Nice work. And then a 5-star rating, and I can submit that review. And that goes to the back end of Thinkific, where I can improve it or edit it or change it if I need to. Maybe somebody made a tiny typo and I don't want to put that on my landing page until the right punctuation is in there, those kinds of things. So now you can see here on the left, we have our progress tracked. It's tracked here for the student, and so on and so forth. So that's a new part of the Thinkific platform here. And one more thing is the on-lesson discussions for students now that we have included. So you can go ahead and upgrade to this new course player version, and then you can get this feature here. So this is just a setting like autoplay or download video or set apart as the free preview. So you do this on a lesson-by-lesson basis, and you can actually have a discussion forum for that lesson. So if I click on discussion, it opens up the forum. Now, as an instructor, I have a badge here that shows that I originated the post. I was the author and I'm the instructor. So, listen to what I have to say, hopefully. And then I can ask a question up here. Now I can add my own answer as the admin, or as the student, I can say, this is great, as an example. And I can go ahead and add images. I can add links to things if I need to, and files if I need to give something like a self-assessment or a group assessment project or something like that. I can upload a file and have other people download it and see it and then comment on it. So then I can go ahead and add my reply, and you can see that the student is treated a little bit differently than the instructor in the discussion forum. So these are, you get one post and then replies under the post, and you can have basically as many posts as you want. Students can create posts, instructors can create posts, and all of this can get moderated from the back end of Thinkific. So this is a brand new thing that we're replacing Discuss with. If you have Discuss, you will have the option to keep it and use it in your online courses. But if you are not integrated with it yet, or chose not to integrate with it, now you can use these discussions instead. So how awesome is that? I want everybody to let me know if they're stoked to include some discussions in your online course. It's a fantastic way to implement social learning, to do all of the things that you need to do in order to get that community built around your online course. Let me know if that's going to be fantastic. Let me go ahead and check the comments here and see what we got going on. Thank you for the rating of the course sooner, Dulcinea says. Fantastic. Double thumbs up from Jennifer Peterson. Thanks, Jennifer, for that. I appreciate it. Let's see if I can see all the comments here. Awesome. And let's see what we got on YouTube. Looks wonderful. Greg says, fantastic. Great. It is looking better. Naful says, can the replies be moderated before becoming visible to other people? Yeah, so you can moderate replies as they come in. You can get notifications as discussion posts and replies come in, and you can moderate those at the moment. So what we do right now is we're not limiting students from replying before you approve them, because that creates a lot of overhead for you. But let us know how you feel about that. If that's something that's important to you, let us know. And then we can take that feedback and work with that for sure. But for right now, posts and replies just get put in as you hit the reply button. All right. So one thing that you're probably wanting to do right now is actually set this up in your course site. Right now, your course site, it does not look like this. You're going to need to do a few things in order to set this up. So what we'll do right now is we'll jump into how to enable this on your own course site. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go over to my course site's back end. .com as the admin user. So I'm already logged in a different window here. So now I'm logged in to the back end of my Thinkific course site. And you might get a message from me right here if it's your first time logging in for a while, asking you to go check this out. So follow the link there. But if you need to get there yourself, you could just go into settings here on the left hand, right in the navigation. So when it says settings, let me just zoom in here. So this settings right here will take you to the settings that you need to go to in order to implement this. So I'll open up settings. And then in the main pane here, there's a couple different things to check out in here. So you can have site settings, orders and accounts, and their code. But what we're looking at here is the learning content. So within the learning content tab of your site's settings, you can actually enable these, the new and improved student experience and on lesson discussions with one click. So it's already enabled on my course site. So what I'll do is I'll disable it. And when I disable it, I'll jump back to the course as the student and I'll just hit refresh. And it'll be back to what it looked like beforehand. So this is the original view. This is what the course player used to look like. And then if it's enabled, it's what it looks like beforehand. So this is what it looks like with the new version. And this is the old version. So as you can see, it's a pretty big improvement. There are some things that are very different here. So I want you to go and explore this on your own and see if it's right for you. But I've gone through all of the major changes that we've made to these Thinkific sites when you enable your new and improved student experience for all of your courses. So one thing that you can do before enabling is clicking this preview button. So if you click the preview button on that option in your site settings, it's going to take you into one of your courses to show you what it's going to look like. So this right now is not what my course looks like, but it's what it could look like. So I can actually go around and play around in here and check it all out. And then if I'm liking what it looks like, I can click up here for enable all courses. So let me zoom right in here. So if you click this button here in a preview, it will enable the new and improved student experience for all of your courses. So now that's done, it's going to refresh the page. And now it's just going to go back to a regular preview. So now I'm just previewing my course as the admin. If I refresh my settings page, you can see that my new and improved student experience setting is turned to on. And if I need to, if I find a problem a little bit later, Turning it off, you just uncheck this toggle here and you're good to go. So while this is released here, we are looking for feedback. So if you find something wrong with your course, we've done extensive testing to make sure that nothing will happen to the majority of things. But if you have something very special in your course and you're a little bit concerned with how it looks like in the new version when you preview, just get in touch with us. Hit us up at support@thinkific.com, customers@thinkific.com, however you normally get in touch with us, and we can take care of that for you. So just keep that in mind that we're here for you. We're not going to force this on you, and we're going to make sure that this looks right for you before you want to use it. So that is the majority of what you need to know about the new and improved student experience here in Thinkific. Just as a real quick example here of what discussions look like from the back end, what I can do is jump over to that and show you how that works. So as you can see here, I've got some new discussions. I can even make this full screen and check it out. And if I dive in here, I can actually respond to these discussion posts right from the back end. I don't have to log into my course as a student or anything like that. So as you can see here, I've got a new comment. This is the one that we just made together on this demo. And what I can do to get rid of it, if I don't like that comment, maybe it's rude or something, I can go ahead and click that eyeball button and it will hide it. So now this comment will not show up to other students, but my original comment will. And I can even post my own reply from this screen too. And that was about it. So reviews you already know about. Everything else is pretty standard. What I will do to show you how to enable discussions on your lessons is jump into one of these online courses to edit them. So if we go to under manage learning content, if we go to courses, I'll just jump into one of my courses here to edit it. And once you enable your new and improved student experience, you're going to need to make sure to check the box that says show discussions on this lesson. Otherwise, they won't show up. It doesn't automatically happen for you. So if I go into one of these lessons here, you'll see in the options area, enable discussions for this lesson. So if this is unchecked, your discussions are not showing for this lesson. If it is checked, then your discussions will be available for this lesson. And you can actually click the apply to all lessons in this course in order to make all lessons enabled for discussions, just to make it really easy for you. But there's some of them that you might not want to have discussions enabled on, like a survey, for example. You don't really need discussions enabled on a survey, so you can go and have them on some lessons and not others. So it's totally up to you and your course. We know every course creator out there is unique and needs are different. So go ahead and make those decisions, and you can implement the new and improved student experience in your online course in the Thinkific platform today. It's there for you, waiting for you, and ready to get going. So go ahead and make sure to explore that. I'm going to answer some questions now about the new and improved student experience. So if you liked what you saw, give me a thumbs up in the chat. Give me some hearts if you can on Facebook. And we are going to be answering some questions now. So go ahead and drop those into the chat as well. Safe Beginnings First Aid on YouTube says discussions will be great. Thank you. Fantastic. Captain PR wants to get in touch with us. That's fantastic. I would love if you get in touch with us. We've given you the email there, ninjas@thinkific.com. You could also reach us at support@thinkific.com. Fantastic. So we can get in touch with you there. Let's check out how Facebook is doing. I'm going to jump right in here and check out all of the comments because right now I can't see them from the outside. All right. Christina says ratings is good. Can I give an organization an account so that they can run reports and register their learners? Yeah. So what you can do for that is you can set up a course admin, and course admins can go in and check out things like that within the course. But for running or for registering their learners, that's going to be a site admin, which is typically what you do in your online course site. And we're actually going to be releasing something very soon that's going to make that a little bit easier. But for now, I recommend checking out our groups feature, Christiana, sorry. And you can go ahead and check out groups, and that is going to help you with selling to organizations very much so. Jennifer says, let me see here. Jennifer says, double thumbs up. Great. Looks good to me, she says, too. Love the concept, Cheryl says. Fantastic. Definitely an improvement from Laura Burford. Thank you, Hannah Nell says. Great. Is this the Wistia video player? Yeah, so the video player in the Thinkific student experience is still powered by Wistia. There's no branding on it or anything like that, and the stats get piped to your video library. Stephanie Lou is here. Fantastic. Hey, Stephanie, if you're still here, I'm glad to see you here. How do you set up the free preview? So Vivian is asking how to set up a free preview in your course. Let's go ahead and check that out. So I'm going to start from the beginning here. So after you log into your Thinkific course site, what you're normally going to do is jump over to Manage Learning Content and then Courses inside of Manage Learning Content. And that's going to let you edit one of your courses. So what we do is if you don't have a course yet, you got to create one. But if you do have a course, just click into the card, and then it's going to show you the curriculum view here. So if I want to make anything a part of my free preview to get people in without them going through the checkout and then asking them to buy later, is I open up one of these lessons, and then I go ahead and I click the first option here that says, make this a free preview lesson. So when you set something as a part of a free preview, sorry, I can't say free preview for some reason, you will see something like this as a lead. I'll open up a new incognito window. Pro tip, use incognito windows to test your course site because it logs you out without actually logging you out. So this is what a lead will see on my landing page. This happens automatically. As soon as you add a lesson to a free preview, my button's not really great here. I'd probably color it something different. But there's a new button here called free preview. And if you click on that, it just asks you to sign up for a student account. After the student account is created, then they can view just the free preview content. So I showed that a little bit earlier, so go ahead and check that out if you missed it. But the idea here is that you're just giving them a bit of an appetizer for the main course. No pun intended. All right. Laura Burford, can you implement the new student experience for just one course and leave the others under the old format? No, Laura, you cannot. We have the new student experience for all of your courses. Let me know why you'd want to have it just for one course. If you are just testing it out, maybe you don't want to enable it for all the courses because you're a little bit worried about it. What you can do is actually preview it. So I showed this a little bit earlier. I'll just show it again really quickly. If you go to settings in your Thinkific course site and then learning content, if you click preview here, let me just zoom in. If you click preview under this option, you can actually see what it's going to look like in one of your courses. And it's really quick to turn it on or off. If you find something wrong in a different course, you just come back, you can turn it off, fix it, get in touch with us, whatever you need to do to make that right. So if I turn it off, now all my courses don't have it. It's really quick and simple. All right, let's see what other questions we got here. Yeah, where is everyone from today? I would love to know. Go ahead and jump in the chat. Let us know. Captain PR, happy. Danke, merci. Gracias, grazie. Obrigado. Muchas gracias. Thank you very much. Fantastic. What I saw looks awesome. Martha Sue Yuri is saying, thanks so much. Great. I had to walk away. Will we have a recording? Yes, you will have a recording. You can review this whole video today. No worries. Let's see what else we got going here. I'm so glad everybody could make it. If you still have a question that I haven't answered, go ahead and drop it in the chat. I would love to know. All right. Signed up. Fantastic. So people are signing up for the coach to course talks. Go ahead and register for those as well. Let me just open that up again to show you what that looks like. Stephanie Liu, who was here a little bit earlier, is actually speaking as a part of that, our Facebook live stream pro. So you can go ahead and check that out. But if you go to the link here, learn.thinkific.com -coach, or sorry, /coach -2 -course -Thinkific, which is in the chat right now. You can go ahead and sign up for that amazing summit talks. So we're going to have a bunch of different videos that you can watch from all of these amazing coaches talking to you about how you can improve or upgrade your coaching business if you already have one. And I think that's if you've already have one, right, Rob? Yeah. So how to build a personal brand, how to get 10 new coaching clients in the next 90 days from Mark Mowini, 4 steps for validating and selling your online course. Stephanie Liu talking about Facebook live streams, all that great stuff as a part of Coach to Course Expert Talks. All right. So it looks like we got Maryland. Dulcinea is here from Maryland. After setting up discussions, how do you post a question to students? Great question, Dulcinea. So what you can do is in the back end of your Thinkific site here, let's enable my new and improved student experience so that I can get those discussions going. And then what you're going to do is enable discussions on your lessons. So if I go here to courses, once again, I'm just going to make sure that all of my lessons in my course have discussions enabled. So I'll go into my course here to edit it. And on the lesson, I'm going to make sure that this is enabled here. Enable discussions for this lesson. So it needs to be checked in order for you to actually post questions. Mine's already set up the way I needed it. So I'll back out of here, go under support your students, and then over to discussions. So just to show you what that looks like. Under support your students, discussions. That's going to take you to your discussions manager, and then you can start posting. So the original post here will show up, and then you can start adding replies to it. You can always preview the course to start adding discussion posts if you need as well. So you can have it either way. Vancouver, America's finest Vancouver, Jennifer's from. So you're from the Vancouver right south of here. Yes, America's finest Vancouver for sure. After setting up discussions, great. Answer that question. Catherine, I like it. It's cool that people can rate after every chapter. Hannah Nell says, fantastic. Can students see upload documents only for the instructors to see? In that case, that's more of like an assignments kind of thing. And we have something coming down the line on assignments. But for now, you can actually have students upload files as a part of these discussions. They are publicly visible, though, so just keep that in mind. You might actually want to do something different here, and that is to add a multimedia lesson to an upload. So you can use whatever file upload tool you like to use. But actually, I find that Typeform works really well. If you just set up a really quick form with Typeform, you can actually embed it within a course as a part of a multimedia lesson. And I know all of those words might not mean anything to you right now. So just keep in mind, multimedia lessons, you can accept files from students privately. Get in touch with us, support@thinkific.com to learn a little bit more. And just checking out YouTube comments. Let's see what we got here. Fantastic. Martha, what I saw looks awesome. Nuful, if you have Nufal, if you have any issues with themes, let us know. Just get in touch with us. Greg says, will the new discussions be able to replace internal emails to students as well? Interesting question, Greg. You don't really need to replace emails, but if you wanted to communicate with students through discussions, students can get email notifications automatically from your course site whenever a discussion or a reply to a discussion that they've made is posted. So what you can do here is drop into notifications under support your students. Just a quick zoom in here so I can show you. So under support your students, head over to notifications. And then what you'll see over here is you can have notifications when someone asks a question, answers a question, and when students also get questions answered. So you can just check these boxes and then students will get emails. They can turn it off themselves from their own profile if they don't want those notifications as well. It's all up to them. So that is a good way to replace emails if you'd like. But you can always email your students from the users report instead as well, whatever you need to do there. So if you're not familiar with emails in Thinkific, this is how it works. All I need to do is select everybody, and then I can start emailing them. Yeah, so it's pretty simple. All right, awesome, says Martha. Great. Laura Burford, I have a course going, and I don't want to change the format for that course until it's over. Yeah, that makes sense. I have another that will start soon, and we'll use the new format for the course. I'll come up with a solution. Great. Yes. So, Laura, I'd recommend not changing the course player during your live course. This option is going to be up for a little while. I'm not entirely sure how long, and I'm pretty sure you don't really need to move over unless you absolutely have to. So you can do that whenever you need to. So just get in touch with us if you want to learn a little bit more about moving back and forth, or if you have any concerns about it. Can you talk about how to pre-sell a course? Hannah Nell says. Yes, I can. I'll talk about it very briefly. essentially all you need to do to pre-sell a course is set up a product within Thinkific. So if you go to your manage courses here, like I'm doing, you'll see I have products already created, but all you need to do to pre-sell is create a new product and then use the pre-sell template. And this is going to set you up for pretty much everything that you need to do. Just follow the instructions in the pre-sell template, set a price for the product or the course, and then publish it and start sending people to the sales page or the checkout directly, whatever you need to do. Then you can accept payments. We have a lot of fantastic resources on pre-selling on our blog, I would recommend. So if you go to thinkific.com/blog, what you can do is drop right down to the bottom of the page. Drop down to the bottom of the page here and search pre-sell. And that'll give you some blog articles that we've written about pre-selling courses. So you can even watch a video of me talking about it in detail here on this blog post. I'll go ahead and drop that in the chat. And if you want to learn more, there I am on the screen. If you want to learn more about pre-selling, we actually are going to be covering it as a part of our course to coach. Oh, I can't spell course. Course to coach. Oh, no, that's not it. Let me grab the correct URL here. Actually, I think I have it open in a different tab. I got too many tabs going. There we go. So actually, we have a speaker here, Michael Marcial, who's going to be talking about validating your online course. And pre-selling is a form of validating. So you should be able to check that out there as well. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Thank you, everybody, for coming by and watching this presentation, by the way. I really appreciate your engagement here in the chat. I love all the comments coming in. Please send us more questions if you have them after we're done. If we are offline right now, just send them to support@thinkific.com. We're going to be happy to help you there. Let's see here. Would you mind repeating on how we can see where the review for each section, how we can see where the review for each section in our course? Yeah, so if you set up reviews in your online course on Thinkific, if you go down on support your students here, so down into support your students, go ahead and click on reviews and make sure that reviews are enabled for your course. So if reviews are enabled for your course here, you can see I actually have a review set up here. Students can submit reviews and then you can approve or deny them. So if I drop in here to the one that we did together, you can see that I have a course by Aaron Thinkific, or a review by Aaron Thinkific on my course. And then I can approve it and put that on my landing page. But that actually gets displayed to the student within the course player. So let's see here. If I finish my login. Always forget to check that box. If I finish the login to this course, I'll show you what it looks like. But essentially, in the new and improved student experience from Thinkific, these review prompts will pop up anytime that a student finishes a chapter. So I'm in the free preview right now, keep in mind. So I might need to buy this course in order to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and skip this survey really quick and get through here. And now I'm into the next thing here. So I need to buy now as a part of the free preview. And once I go ahead and buy with my free coupon code. Sorry, I just didn't have a great example set up and ready for you to go here. Bear with me, please. All right, so I'm just whipping through there. All I wanted to do was get a full enrollment. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this first chapter. There we go. So if I'm ready to go, I finish the chapter. My chapter interstitial pops up in this new and improved student experience. And now the student can rate this course. So that's only because I've enabled reviews for this course. So make sure to enable reviews. Otherwise, this will not appear. So hopefully that covers it for you. Yep, got it. Dulcinea says, fantastic. All right. Can people pay with credit card and also PayPal? Absolutely. So I actually whizzed through that checkout. Hopefully you saw that there was a PayPal button there. But yes, you can set up your online course with PayPal and Stripe, and that will allow students to enter their own credit card or pay via their PayPal account. All right. Hannah Nell says, thanks. Perfect. All right. All right. So it looks like we have most of these questions answered. I really appreciate everyone's support here on the lives and all of your great questions. Once again, this is the new and improved student experience from Thinkific, and you can go ahead and enable it in your online course very quickly. If you want to learn more about this experience, I'm just going to post something in the chat here. And you can follow that link to go ahead and learn a little bit more about this whole change to the Thinkific course player. So just head to the link that I just posted there, introducing Thinkific's new and improved student experience, and you can learn a little bit more. So we have this fully documented as well. So if you go to our help site, you can learn more about the technical details, and we're always happy to help. So go ahead and submit an email to support@thinkific.com if you have any questions after the live today. That's it for me today. I really appreciate all your questions and all the engagement. Share this with anybody who uses Thinkific that you know. Make sure to share it with some friends if they think, if you think it's going to impress them, maybe they're going to start using Thinkific too. And once again, thanks for being here with me. I appreciate your time. And yeah, let's celebrate. We got a new and improved student experience. That's it for today, and we'll see you next time. See you, everybody.